What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Colonial Podcast.
My name's Mike.
And my name's Ryan.
We're two best friends. We're going on a fragrance journey. We're smelling fragrances from people we called assholes and giving you our uneducated opinion.
Yeah, we're going to be smelling Axiom by Soma Parfums.
If you just listened to the episode, we had Dan on the podcast.
How strange of a world is it where you can go, hey, somebody's an asshole from thousands of miles away here in America.
Yeah.
And some British bloke calls you up and says, hey, I'm that guy.
Yeah. He comes on the podcast and totally redeems himself.
To be fair, he had nothing to redeem. He proved to be an actually very amazing person. That was probably one of the funnest interviews personally I've had.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Great episode. If you haven't listened to it, go and listen to it. We had such a blast. What a cool guy. And I'm expecting this fragrance to be pretty cool because it was recommended by another cool guy from the UK.
That's right, Tony.
Tony Fragdicted on Instagram.
We've been talking about this backstage, or behind the scene, I should say.
In the green room.
Yeah. I was like, dude, why is it that we always gel with like British people so well?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but we just do. Why don't they just live here in Texas where it's really fucking hot and you guys can actually get a suntan?
Yeah, come on. You guys would look good with a little bit of shade on you. Here's another person I think we might connect with. Horlicks Before Bed on Fragrantica.
Yeah.
Says, this is a fantastic fragrance from Soma. It has totally blown me away. It reminds me a bit of a 90s fragrance like D&G by Man / Gucci Envy, but Axiom has its own thing going on, very long lasting and beautiful presentation, 10 out of 10. Horlicks Before Bed.
Horlicks, like W-H-O-R-E?
No, Horlicks, B, the number 4, and then bed.
How do people come up with their fucking handles, dude?
I have a feeling there's a meaning behind that somewhere. I mean, it's like one of these, you're going to have to dig really deep to really search for the meaning, but I think it's there.
Good God, dude. Okay. Well, before we get into this
juicy,
juicy, supposedly good fragrance, let's do our one night stand review of, wow. Don't worry, Mike. I'll do all the work.
Please do. You've got years and years and years to make up for.
I'll never hear the end of this. Why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to make me look like a fool out there?
Oh, it's the Tom Ford Plum Japonese.
Okay, yeah. Tom Ford's Plum Japonese.
Hit the music, Todd.
Yeah. One night stand review.
Well, Mike, after spending the night once again with your best pal, Tom Ford, and his other friend, Estee Lauder.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about the discontinued Plum Japonese? He lets you just get in the sheets and just experience it for a little bit, just to show you that he's burning it all up in the trash can after he dumps alcohol in it.
Well, I after having those beautiful plums in my mouth, the juice is running down my chin.
Yeah.
Just slurping on a delicious plum. I gotta say, it is a fantastic fragrance.
It really is. And we sprayed it again the other day. God,
it keeps getting better.
That thing smells good. I'm shocked it does not exist really anymore. I mean, there's obviously old formulations out there in circulation, dwindling every minute of the day.
I can see why some people are paying upwards of $1,000 on eBay for a sweet bottle of that juice.
It's good. If it was still available, would you buy it?
Like at a regular, normal, everyman sort of price? Yeah, I totally would.
I think I would too. That was pretty juicy.
Yeah, as we learned from Dan, can't pay retail.
Yeah, I have a few sites up my sleeve like all the other plebeians.
I think if we could get a good deal on it, yeah, I would. And I would wear it because the dry down's amazing as well.
Yeah, it was really good. Probably one of the better Tom Ford fragrances, and probably one of the few Tom Ford fragrances that actually last a good while.
I was just about to say, did it not give you quite a bit of performance.
That's probably why the motherfucker discontinued it. He's like, we can't afford to have performance on
we
this
can't
shit.
keep squirting these plums and dripping the juices.
All right, so I feel like that's a buy from both of us if it still existed.
Yeah, you can tell we're ready to get into this fragrance. It's like, did you like it? I liked it. I liked it. You liked it? Great. Okay, now on to the fragrance we've been waiting to smell since we talked with Tony. Axiom by Soma Parfums.
Now, before we spray this, my recollection, I'm trying to bring back the conversation. Todd's really dragging ass on edit. So it's been a minute since we've talked to Tony.
Yeah.
But from my recollection, he kind of said it was like, did he say this or I did imagine this? Something about it being kind of like a dreamsicle kind of thing going on?
He did say that. Yeah.
Full disclosure, I hate dreamsicles.
You do, yeah.
I love the smell of them.
Your brother loves them.
God, he loves those dreamsicles.
I love them. Let me tell you what Ryan's brother hipped me to, and I freaking love it. One time I saw him scoop himself out a bowl of homemade vanilla ice cream, Bluebell, if you can get your hands on it. And then he poured orange juice over it.
Huh.
And I was like, what in the hell? And he was like, it's like a dreamsicle in a bowl. And I did it, and I was in love.
God, you're really making me and my family sound like some like redneck, I don't know, dingleberries.
From the deep south of Mississippi.
Yeah. Hey, you just put a little bit of some of that sweet cream ice cream in there and a little orange juice.
No, sweet cream, that's too elevated. That means you're going to like Marble Slab or something.
Well, let's see if it smells like a dreamsicle because I do love that smell. I just hate tasting it.
Slurp it down, baby.
And the odds are I probably won't drink this. So that's a good, good thing.
Your dad would.
Oh, God.
He has a little saying about fragrances.
Yeah, every time I'm like, Dad, you smell good. Well, I'd drink the sucker. He's a clown. Okay. Love him.
First initial impression, it's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be, which is actually a good thing.
Give me a second. I'm not trying to build suspense here. It does smell really good. Let me just, off the rip, I'm just going to tell you guys that. Full disclosure, no bullshit, no tape backies. Like, it smells pretty damn good.
Man.
This is actually kind of hard to describe. I hate to do it like this, though. And I know Mike's going to fucking kill me. The skin smells great. It kind of reminds me, I don't want to say like a neroli type fragrance. Not really. But there is like this orange, but it's like real subtle. But there's like this, it doesn't smell like Le Male, but you know how the original Le Male that we love now? Mm-hmm. Le Male has this tingly around the fragrance is the best way I can kind of describe it.
Okay.
A little bit of that, like, if you put your hand up against an old TV and it had that little, you could feel the fuzz of the electrons or whatever happening. I don't know what the fuck. Radiation, something's happening.
For sure, yeah. It's got radiation in this.
No, but it has that like aura to me. That's the only way I can describe it in my head. It has like a little fizzy kind of aura. Don't think carbonated soda or something like that. It just kind of has that little thing that Le Male does. But it's like a subdued orange. It's really kind of smooth. But I really like it. It's not a dreamsicle so far to me at all.
Yeah, two things. One, I'm shocked at how masculine this is. This is well beyond what I thought it was going to be as far as that goes. It's very strong masculine. Two, I'm shocked at how old school this has. Like the vibe is very old school and very cool.
Yeah, Dan said he was like 50, blah, blah, something like that.
I think 40, Ryan. Jesus, don't give the man a decade.
Just kidding. I can kind of see why he leaned into this. He's kind of from that era. I kind of get that. Me and him both are kind of from the old to new. We fell right in the middle of that.
Yeah, after we got done with the episode, we went back and had to write down all the fragrances he said and look them up because we were like, what? He was like naming like these... like people who actually care about fragrances would know.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yeah, totally, bro.
Dude, no offense, Dan. Didn't have a fucking clue. I swear to God, not one fucking fragrance he mentioned. I was like, oh, yeah, that one? Yeah. I was just trying to like, dear God, like if he could see the sweat beads, I was just trying to get through it.
Yeah, I was like Tom Ford's, and I'm like going like, just say ombre leather, please, for my sake. Yes, I totally know that one. The leather smells great in that.
It really is. He says he's been doing it for like 5+ years now. It really is a testament to the time that he has been obsessed with this kind of shit.
Yeah, but it traces all the way back to even whenever he was like just became a 13-year-old in the world, you know? So he's loved it for 27 to 30 years.
I'm spraying it again. I want to get the opening.
You know what? You made a mistake because now I'm kind of getting more of that citrus vibe out of it.
Really?
Yeah. You should have calmed down. That intro is very nice, though. It is a very just strong, masculine. It's got an old school vibe. Doesn't smell dated, but it's got like some vintage cool to it. It's like bell bottoms, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of chill, but that's okay. I like where it's went. I really do. It is really smooth. For me, this is really smooth.
I get where Tony was saying it has like this creamy texture to it.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
It's like now kind of that it's starting to chill a little bit. And of course, we're burying our nose in it. But just smelling it on the card and on the skin, it does lean into like this sweeter citrus now, which is nice.
Let's talk a little bit about the bottle. We usually don't, but they sent us a full bottle, not of this particular one. But we have a full presentation.
Yeah.
Which one is that one?
This one is Serene. And I got to say, I really like it. I like the presentation. There's no frills about it. It's exactly what it needs to be. And I would expect that from somebody who's kind of like starting this from the ground up, you know?
Yeah. But the box looks cool.
Feels very high quality.
It does. The texture on the box is great. And
a little magnetic
yeah,
top to the box.
Bottles look cool. Yeah, I think it looks good.
Well, let's hit them with the price and trend, Ryan. That's what you do best here on the show.
Well, if you were smelling this card and smelling how delicious this thing smells, this thing's pretty intimate, by the way. I feel like this is an intimate scent.
Really?
Not date night. I just feel like it's somebody's laying their head on your chest. They're going to smell this and they'll go something like that.
Oh, okay.
That was like supposed to be drooling, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I was going somewhere else with that. But I was like, wow, they quickly moved from your chest to your navel.
Yeah. So the price and trend.
I disagree with you first, by the way. I don't think this is as close of a fragrance as you think. I think this is louder than you think.
Maybe.
But the price and trend anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Just had to stop and make sure I was wrong.
Yep.
So anyway, the price and trend. Trend is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It launched in May of this year. So it's relatively new, guys.
It really is.
Price for, I think it's 75 mil American dollars, like $185.
Not bad.
Not too bad. Like I said, get your nose on it. Smells pretty good.
Really, anything under that $200 range, I feel like is an affordable way to get a good fragrance. You love a fragrance. If it's under $200, I feel like that's a fair buy.
I agree with that. Especially if you're trying to, this qualifies as niche, I would think.
Yeah, for sure. If not indie, but at least niche. Although this doesn't strike me as like a challenging,
no,
barely reach for it. I feel like you could really make this a signature scent, especially if you are kind of ours and Dan's age. It makes sense.
It does.
It also makes sense why Raja does fragrances all feel like pretty mature, because I feel like he's kind of doing that.
He's 100% doing that.
He's like, I'm just making fragrances for me and my buddies. He sounds just like that. Oh, Roger Bird.
The dry down of this smells great.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets more masculine as it's drying down.
See, I think it softens up. It gives more of that like orangey type. Now I'm kind of getting to that point where Tony was kind of talking about that sort of dreamsicle. It's creamy. That orange is popping out now. It's just a nice, smooth citrus.
It is a sharp fragrance. This is good.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm serious.
It has a vibe of something. I can't remember what it was to put my finger on it, but it reminds me of a fragrance. It has this like sort of nostalgia to it.
I'm vibing the fuck out of this.
Yeah, this feels like you. So I'm going to open it up to you first, Ryan.
Okay.
Who is wearing Axiom?
I don't want to date it too much, even though I'm about to. I definitely think this is like a probably 30 to 35 and up.
I'd say 35 and up. Now that I just turned 35, 35 and up for sure.
I think it's 35 and up. I think it's something you've experienced fragrances before. You kind of want something masculine, yet kind of smooth, a little different. I think this is your cup of tea. This is for somebody I feel like it's somebody that's kind of, I don't want to say got their shit together, but I do want to say a person that is driven and they have a goal that they're trying to achieve. So they're just very focused, a focused individual. This feels like that.
Yeah, it also feels like something you could really amaze somebody as a gift. Somebody who likes to smell good in your life, that because you love fragrances and you're out there and you're smelling a bunch of different ones and you have such a Rolodex of beautiful scented things in your mind, I feel like for a friend or relative, someone who's masculine that wears those sort of strong scents and you want to get them something really nice as a fragrance, this would be a nice gift to give somebody.
I agree with that, man. I really do.
I mean, we're getting close to Christmas.
God, man. Why does time go by so fucking fast?
I don't know. Isn't that what Einstein said? The faster you go, the less you experience time.
It must be, man. I just feel like, goddamn. I feel like just for Americans, guys, like 2016 era, like ever since then, on every spectrum of the imagination, everything has flown by like crazy. I'm like looking at a dog at my house now that's like, he's got a couple of years left. I'm like, what the fuck happened, man?
Yeah, even the dog has gray hair now.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. I don't know, man. But yeah, a lot of time has gone by. But yeah, this smells really good. And I guess the good news, Dan, is you get to come back on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he said at one point, if you guys don't like it, I'll probably never do the podcast again. But if you do, I will.
Yeah, he was kidding. He's like, yeah, you could shit on it. I'll come back.
Yeah, but that's the thing, too. Like, keep in mind, he did tell us, we could be honest, guys, we're not like jerking this dude's chain around.
No.
Like, for real, if we didn't like it, we could say so. So don't fucking accuse me of saying I like this if I don't, because I do like it.
Okay. Skip it.
Sample it.
Or buy it.
What are you going to do, Ryan?
Well, Mike, I think I want to sample it more, but I also am saying it because we got other samples of stuff and a full bottle of something. I kind of want to know what the other stuff smells like before I do a full commitment on anything. I know I'm copping out right now.
God, that's such a cop-out, yeah.
I would sample this. I don't think it's loud enough for me, but it smells really good. I like how it smells.
I think you're wrong. I really think this is louder than you think.
It may be, but for me right now, it's not. It's a good, intimate scent. Like, I would wear the fuck out of this. It smells great. The opening's gorgeous. Seriously, love the cardstock. For
the listener, you guys sample it. For me, I would consider buying this for one of two ways. One, if this would be I'm dressed up. To me, this feels like a more mature, not in age, but in situation type fragrance. Yeah. So I feel like for me, I would wear this to actually give a damn.
Okay.
You know, it isn't just like, I got to smell good. This is like, I want to smell good, but I also want to smell like sophisticated.
Okay. So
I'd buy it for that, or I would buy it for a gift because I really feel like this is you. I'm shocked that you aren't just losing your shit on this.
I mean, it smells incredible. I really do like the smell. And just to kind of back up his statement, seriously, this would be a badass gift.
Yeah.
It's so funny. All these fragrance houses, hopefully people can understand what I'm about to say, but all these fragrance houses, let's just take the Club de Nuit one that you got not too long ago. We're like, wow, the presentation's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's like covering up for a lot of issues, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the fragrance is not endowed, okay? But
it's compensating in many ways.
Yeah. But I really do love the texture of this box it comes in. It's perfectly the shape like that it's like holding a baseball size item. So because of that and the fragrance in it, it's like this box has a great heaviness to it. And so it feels like a really good, solid gift.
Yeah, the box is nicely proportionate to the bottle.
Exactly. That's actually smart. Instead of going through all the dumb bullshit of wrapping it in freaking whale skin and shit, and it's like sitting on a pillow of, sheep tears or something. It's like, it's just there. It's good. I do like it. It's got some gold. What's it say on the inside, by the way? What is it? Just like kind of a write-up about it?
Yeah, it's a write-up about Soma.
Awesome.
It's like kind of the story behind the brand. And I think we should give the bottle away on Patreon.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to do that. So on Patreon, we're going to give you guys a 30 ml bottle of Serene and a sample of Axiom. We've got a second sample. Ryan and I have used one for the show. So you'll get to smell Axiom, and you'll get a 30 ml full presentation bottle of Serene Parfum.
Can we do an episode on that, though, for the Patreon before we give it out?
Yes. So we will do a special Patreon episode for this fragrance.
I got to at least know what this shit smells like before we give it away.
Well, we're probably about to smell it right now after we press stop and we just go to sniffing everything in this box that Dan sent. But this is, as a first Soma fragrance to smell, this is incredible. And everything that I thought it was going to be, it surpassed. It does have this nice creamy oranginess to it that Tony was talking about. But there's also this masculinity. There's some personality in there. It could have gone 100 ways looking at the notes of this thing. But man, this thing is nice. And it's kind of scary to know that it's just like he just kind of started this thing up. It's his own thing. Now, I know that they work with perfumers and stuff like that. But if I was a brand out there, I'd be worried about guys like this that come out that really come swinging. I can only assume the other fragrances are going to be of this quality, and it smells incredible. Good job, Dan.
For real. Kudos. And I'm not kidding, guys. I love this card. The cardstock on this smells incredible. Both of them smell good. The skin smells more masculine to me. Cardstock smells incredible.
And Tony, you were right, man. What a great suggestion.
We love you guys. You guys just want to come here and move to Texas?
Please.
Replace Mike, and you can replace me or something.
You know, they have a New England in America already, but if we could have a New England, could be northern East Texas.
Yeah, hey, I like the sound of that.
Y'all come on down, you hear?
Hey guys, make sure, check us out on Patreon. We're giving a lot of cool shit away and cool episodes. We don't give a fuck up in there.
Yeah.
And,
well said.
Also, make sure to go to your Apple Podcasts if you're listening there, or Spotify. Yeah. Give us some reviews. Say some nice things. Apple, goddamn, why is it we have so many listeners on Apple, but you guys are just like, nah, I'm not going to give you no review.
God, yeah.
Shame on you. Nah, I'm kidding.
Apple's a tough one to deal with.
It is. That's a weird one.
They're like sexy and they know it. That's the problem. And until next time,
spray it up, y'all.